In this tutorial, we're going to go over all the reports that RIA has to offer. When you first open up RIA, you're going to go onto the dashboard. In the dashboard, you're going to see 3 different reports. You're going to have your total sales, your net profit, and your inventory aging report. We felt that these were the most important reports that everybody needs to know when it comes to running their reselling business. The rest of the reports can be found down here in the navigation bar. If we hit the 3rd icon, all of our reports are here. We have summary, total sales, net profit, inventory aging, platform sales, brand sales, location sales, which are the locations that you source your inventory, and defaults. I went over quickly what defaults were in the getting started video, but very quickly, default management is where you can customize all your reports on how you want to view them every single time you open up RIA. So for example, the homepage defaults. If I wanted to see every single time I open up RIA on my dashboard, I always want to see net profit first. And the second report I want to see is sales. If I go back, you can see here, net profit is first, total sales is second. If I hit total sales here, and let's say every single time I open up RIA, I want to see how my week to date sales are, and I want to compare it to last year. If I click done, we'll hit total sales. Let's go back. And you can see here, it defaults to week to date. So it's just a way to customize your reports. Now that we went ahead and customized all our reports, let's start at the top. The first report is called the summary report. I find this report very helpful because it gives you a quick snapshot as to what is going on in your business. So the first section is called unsold. As you can see right now, as of today, I have 105 active listings for sale across all of my platforms. Right now it is broken up by category, but you can see here that I have my first cost, my plan fee, plan sales, and plan profit. The total is right down there in the blue bar. I can change the variable as well if I actually wanted to see how many active brands do I currently have. If I wanted to see from what locations, so where I sourced, how many pieces do I have from where I sourced. This way I can also decide whether or not I need to, once the stores open up, because currently they're all closed, I can go back to, let's say, the bins. I don't have that many items from the bins. So it just gives you ways on how to view your business and run your business more efficiently. And then the last one is platform. So I can see right now I have 14 units that are unsold at The RealReal, and I have 91 active units on Poshmark. Now if we go over to the sold section, you can see here I have 2 different ways I can view my data. I can view it by a specific date range or a specific variable. So right now it's saying week to date, and it's broken up by my platform. So I can see here from this week I've sold 14 items. I sold 1 in a live sale as an Instagram sale, 2 on The RealReal. I've sold 3 units on Mercari and 8 units on Poshmark. So again, you can change all of this as well when it comes to viewing your information. So you can do category, brands, location, and platform. What I love about location is I like to see which sourcing location is bringing me in the most money. That's what I find this stuff really helpful. That way I can start eliminating locations if I need to, knowing that it's not going to be bringing me in a lot of money compared to, say, if I spent more time going to Nordstrom Rack and Westwood, for example. When it comes to your date range, same thing. If I want to look at month to date, how many units have I sold month to date, year to date, last week, last month, and last year. And that is a quick recap on what the reselling summary report is. Let's move on to the next report. So we're going to hit our back arrow and click total sales. So now we all know total sales is a total number of units that you sell, regardless how much money you're bringing in or whether or not you're making a profit. So this is going to show me right now I have it defaulting to week to date, to all my categories, and compare it to last year. If I wanted to see how have I been doing month to date, year to date, last week, last month, last year, I can go ahead and customize my reports, but I can see how I'm doing. If, let's say, I wanted to focus on a specific category, so let's say activewear, you can compare to last year. You can see right now, this year versus last year is a light blue number. I was doing way better when it came to activewear. So that means that I need to go and find some more activewear because I'm losing out on dollars when it comes to this category. So it's really great because it's just quick snapshots of what's going on and what's when you are actually clicking into the report, you can get further details and more information as to what is going on with this specific category. And that is a total sales report. Again, quick and easy, but it gets to the point and shows you the numbers that you actually need to know. So if we move on to the next screen and we hit net profit is going to be set up the same way. We know our net profit is our actual profit after all expenses have been removed from our total sales. So when we go to our date range, we can go ahead and make some changes here if we wanted to see how did we do last year. And we can click into our report. We can get detailed information here by month as to how did we do in our net profit last year. Our categories is the same thing as total sales. If I wanted to just see a specific category, I can make those adjustments right here. And in the display module, this one you're not going to be able to customize. It just will default so that you can easily see the data a lot easier depending on what date range that you pick and choose here in this report. But that is the net profit report. Let's move on from net profit to inventory aging. Inventory aging is a pie chart. As you can see, my inventory is broken out by new, healthy, aging, and very old. Before you start getting too much into these numbers, I want you to go back, hit the back arrow, and let's go into the last section on the navigation bar and let's go to options. In options, you have the options to do your aging limits. So if we click here, you can see here is where we can set up the parameters for that report. So right now I'm saying that anything that is new is going to be 10 days or less that I've had days on hand. Healthy inventory is 11 to 60 days. 60 days to 90 days is going to be my aging inventory. And anything that's 90 days or older, so I've had it for 3 months, is considered very old. You can make adjustments based on how you want to run your business. So let's say you think that if you've had the inventory for at least 14 days, it's considered healthy. If you want your aging to be that you've had it for about a month, so 30 days, and very old, you consider inventory that you've had for 2 months. We can customize that. If we then go back into our inventory aging report, we can see the numbers have changed. Now we're back in the inventory aging report and you can see the pie chart has changed. It's based off of the new parameters that I created based on the days on hand. In this report, you can change category if you wish. So you can go ahead and look at all your categories, or if I just want to see how does my inventory look in bags, I can then see in my bags category, my inventory is actually not looking too bad. I do have 5.9%, is considered very old. If I go back and select everything so we can get more data, I can also check my status. I can see in my purchased or my death pile, this is what is sitting in my death pile right now. So you can see here, I have 6.2% is new and healthy, and aged inventory is 87%. So what I can do, if I click onto the report, it'll actually take me to another screen and give me a list of all the items that are currently sitting in my death pile that have been sitting there for 30 days or more. So I need to get to listing. Next, you can also look at your listed inventory, and here it tells me that currently what I have active right now in all of my listings across all platforms, 91% is very old. So if I click on that, you can see in here, these are all the items that I currently have that are old. If I click on one record, you can see here, all the information is on here, and you can see my list date for this item was all the way back in September. I purchased this also September 10th. So I've had this item for a while. So that means that I need to make some adjustments to some of my inventory. And now let's go to platform sales. When we hit platform sales, we can see here we have our date range is year to date. Platforms we're viewing is all, and we're comparing it to none. So again, in the date range, you can go ahead and make your adjustments there. So you can see however you want to see your data. And in platforms, here is where it can get kind of interesting. So if we deselect and I say that I want to see how only Poshmark is doing, I can click on that, and year to date, you can see there are my Poshmark numbers. If I want to compare it to last year, I can do a side-by-side comparison as to how Poshmark is doing by month in my year to date. If I want to go back and I want to see how is Mercari doing compared to last year, you can see here that Mercari's actually been doing really great for me. I've been getting some extra dollars here. And this is the fun part, is that I do sometimes some Instagram sales or some live sales, and you can see here, because it's not on any platform on the computer or on our phones, I can still track all this information. And there are some people that I know that they do a lot of their business either through Plato's or consignment or personal sales. So this is just another way to make sure that you're tracking across all of the platforms that you're currently selling on. Now let's go to brand sales. Brand sales is set up very similar to platform sales. So date ranges, again, you can make your changes here in your brands. If you want to specifically see how a brand is doing, you can scroll down, and let's take a look at Anthropologie. And you can see here, this is how I've done with Anthropologie year to date. If I want to compare, I can compare to last year, and it's going to give me smarter results and good side-by-side comparison to see, wow, I did a lot better last year in Anthropologie than I did this year. So that might be something that I need to look at, because I might be leaving dollars on the table if I don't have a lot of inventory when it comes to my Anthropologie items. Then if I go back to location sales again set up the same way. Location is the location that you source your items from. I have always liked this type of report, and knowing which thrift stores and which sourcing locations are working harder and better for me. Again, the date range is all the same. So if we wanted to say, look at week to date, we can look at our location sales this way. And then here is where I can see which location is bringing me in the most money. Is it worth it to keep going to Plato's Closet or driving the extra 40 minutes to go to Savers in Nashua, for example? So this way I can just get way more detailed information as to each and every sourcing location, which ones are worth it for me to keep going, and which ones do I need to just cut out of my daily routine. And that is an overview of all the essential reports that we offer in RIA. As you can see, these reports track your inventory from the moment you make that initial investment to when you get paid and that money is in your pocket. Thank you again for watching this video.